and this Ten of Swords on your feminine side, it could very well be that there is a need for you to die.
With all due respect, what the fuck are you talking about?
To your old identity. Die to your former ways, to those patterns that no longer serve you. It's all about ascension. Look at this portal. It's all about development, moving from one phase of development to the next, ascending, evolving. The steadfast dedication to your convictions, to your belief system, to your ideologies, to what you know to be true. It feels like the purpose. Hey Leo, welcome to your Jungian reading for June 2021. Today we're going to take a look at your persona, how the world perceives you. We'll take a look at your anima, your feminine aspect, your animus, your masculine aspect, and we will also take a look at your shadow and your true self. So we're going to get deep. If that's something that interests you, stick around. I've been shuffling your cards off camera, so I'm going to split them 3 ways and then we will get started. Let's do this. In the position of your persona, we have Temperance. This card has been coming up a lot recently for a lot of people. There's a lot of energy around you. You might attract a lot of energy. You might have a lot of diverse energies existing around you that you're able to blend and turn into something greater than they were individually. This is about blending diverse energies. It's all about moderation and balance as well. There's something here about movement and particularly about dance. The world sees you as somebody who's able to synthesize energies very effectively. Like you turn them, it's like almost like alchemy. You turn them into something different, something greater than they would be alone. This also really strikes me as I mentioned, somebody who's really surrounded by a lot of diverse energies. Okay, in the position of your anima, your feminine, Ten of Swords. Wow. Your feminine aspect is very devoted to your belief system, to your ideals. You have a lot of dedication and devotion to what you believe to be true, to your way of life, to your identity. And in fact, rather than even thinking about giving up anything that you believe in or that you've invested your life force into, you'd rather completely transform. So the image depicted in this card here shows these women who are part of the matriarchy, like the matriarchal times, goddess culture. They had their way of life. And when the patriarchy moved in and started to take over, they, instead of submitting, they decided to throw themselves off this cliff. This is a great amount of dedication to what you believe to be true on your feminine side. Fierce. Your animus, 7 of Cups. This is your masculine side. I'm sorry, I have a little piece of hair that is just tickling me. Stop. This is your masculine side, 7 of Cups. I feel like your masculine side is very focused on the one true thing, right? The one true cup of love. There's a lot of clarity where it comes to what it is that your masculine side is going to invest in, willing to pursue. Wow, there's a lot of conviction here already. On your feminine side, we have this absolute, complete, and total devotion to your way of life, to your identity, to what you know to be true for yourself, to what you believe in, to your belief system. On your masculine side, we have a focus on the one thing, the truth. You know, I say that because in the upright, Seven of Cups is having a lot of options, and there's confusion, and you're not able to really decide which one is real, which one you want to focus on, which one is true. In the reverse, it means the opposite for me, which is really being able to focus on that one true cup of love that once you devote your time and energy to it, it feeds all of the other cups, right? It just flows into fills all of the other cups. So this combination here with the Ten of Swords on your feminine side, the Seven of Cups in reverse on your masculine side, and Temperance coming up in the position of your persona shows me that this is a person, you are a person, who is pretty well integrated in terms of what you believe to be true, what you know to be true, and where you place your focus, which is really motivated by your conviction. Temperance in the position of the persona shows me that the world sees you as somebody who is able to effectively synthesize these vast, diverse energies. It's almost like alchemy, where you turn something into another thing that is better or greater than it was before. There's transformation and healing here. Okay, this is your shadow. Six of Swords. There may be an issue for you with taking a global perspective. And I do see that if you're willing to sacrifice your life for your ideals, this is your feminine, then you're pretty in the weeds, right? With your ideals. You're like, no, it's like a singular focus, which is coming out on the side of your masculine. The shadow is calling you to understand how to take a universal global perspective, even where your belief system, your ideals are concerned, where your focus is concerned. I do feel like a very laser-like focus on that one true cup of love, right? That one focus, that singular focus. And there's a call for a higher perspective, for a more elevated perspective here that's coming up in your shadow, Leo. In the position of yourself, we have the Hierophant in reverse. There is no way that you are going to get down on your knees for any external authority or power other than your own.
Bow before me or die.
You are not going to submit. You will not submit to the power of others. You have that like inner God, inner goddess, that inner voice, that high priestess energy, inner knowing inside of yourself. That is what you align with. That is what you are guided by. That is your organizing principle. Wow, that came out real strong. Leo. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, so let's clarify. Let's look at the Temperance. I want to know a little bit more about how the world sees you. Oh, that came out quick. Oh, fuck yeah. Emperor. Yeah, you're a master at what you do. However it is, whatever profession, whatever work that you do that allows you to blend these diverse energies and take it to the next level, you are at the top of your game. This is something that you have mastered. There's a lot of stability here. There's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of authority, leadership, power. This is what the world sees. Leo, damn. Tell me more about the feminine side, please. Ten of Swords. This is like such a strong devotion to your way of life, to what you know to be true, the world, that you're willing to actually sacrifice your life for it. It's also speaking to, we talked about the Hierophant in reverse as your true self. It's also speaking to this absolute refusal to be submissive to any power other than your own. And then we have the World coming out to clarify the Ten of Swords. For you and for your feminine, it's all about ascension. Look at this portal. It's all about development for you. Like, that is your motivating principle for your feminine aspect, moving from one phase of development to the next, ascending, evolving. That's what this is about. This steadfast dedication to your convictions, to your belief system, to your ideologies, to what you know to be true. That's what fuels or motivates. No, this is what fuels or motivates that dedication. Or maybe they're just in tandem. They exist in tandem. This almost feels like the initial spark, the thing that you were born with, like the purpose. It feels like the purpose for your feminine aspect is to evolve, to ascend. This is the way you do it, through your own inner knowing. You also might be like somebody who guides people. I'm looking at the Hierophant in reverse here for your true self. This is a counselor. It's a priest. It's a leader, a spiritual leader. I'm not going to say priest because that's like very specific to Catholicism, but it is a spiritual leader. When it's in the reverse, it's outside of the norm, right? It's outside of tradition. So it's a spiritual leader outside of tradition. Traditionally normal understanding that we have of spiritual leaders. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups in reverse for the masculine. This is your sort of singular focus on the truth, on that one true cup that flows freely, once chosen, into all the other cups. Wow, we got Temperance again. However you're coming through, like your masculine is directly connected, obviously, because Temperance came out for your persona. To your persona. I feel like the world is actually viewing more frequently your masculine side. Look how this angel blends the water from cup to cup. It's a blending, it's a merging. This is where your power lies. You're doing this at a master level. It's very focused. There's a lot of dedication, devotion, and conviction. There's healing here. This is so much about healing. Your shadow is telling me, though, that you would benefit from practicing more global perspective, taking this 30,000 foot view so that you can look at all the pieces and the parts and achieve a greater understanding of the world. There's something here that benefits you. Tell me more about the Six of Swords, Nine of Cups. These cards are flipping out real quick today. Yeah, there's something here that benefits you. And taking this global perspective, this 30,000 foot view, it benefits you in the way of bringing forth, taking action on your heartfelt desires, on your emotions, on what your heart truly desires. Bringing forth, taking action, coming forward around your emotions and around what your heart truly desires. Tell me about the Hierophant in reverse in the position of Leo's true self. This is a spiritual leader outside of the norm. You might guide others. You might facilitate healing for others in your profession, in the work that you do. Excuse me. Tell me more about the Hierophant in reverse. Ooh, something came up. some things. I'm going to take the first one because there's a whole clump. The first one I saw was the Six of Pentacles. This is the beautiful flow of giving and receiving. The beautiful flow of receptivity, of abundance. It's about reciprocity. It's about balance. You might have a very soft side to you in terms of wanting to support others. You have a lot to give. Wanting to support others who need it, who come to you, who demonstrate that who ask for assistance, who need help, need guidance. It would make sense if you are a spiritual leader. If you're leading others, there is a strong element of healing in this reading, and I do feel like it's tied to your profession. Queen of Cups. Oh yeah, big heart. Look at your big heart. Yeah, a lot of love, very compassionate, very nurturing. You love people. You have a lot of love for people. This is emotional mastery as well. The Queen of Cups has gotten to the point where she is such a master of her emotions that she knows how to direct her emotions and align her emotions with her imagination, with her visions, in order to manifest what she wants into reality. So again, we have this, for your persona, you have the Emperor, clarifying temperance. For your true self, we have the Hierophant in reverse, clarified by the Queen of Cups. There's a level of mastery that you bring, whether you bring it through your relationships or through through your agency, the way that you are in the world, the way that you are at work in the world. There's a level of mastery here. There's a big heart. You have a big heart for people, and there's an element of healing. So I would not be surprised at all if you were doing some healing in your work. Your work is in doing healing with others, blending diverse energies, taking it to the next level. Your strength really lies in your convictions, your dedication, your devotion to what you know to be true. You will not submit to any power other than your own. The purpose is to elevate, to ascend, to take it from one phase of development to another. And that might even be the thing that infuses your work, like the purpose behind your work. Your ability to focus on that one true cup of love. Again, in order to blend these diverse energies. I mean, these are
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
These are similar cards. If you take a closer look, I'm going to turn this up right. Choosing this cup, choosing to fill this cup, allows the energy to flow into all the other cups, right? If you fill this cup, the energy flows into the other cups, the abundance flows, and all of the cups are full. Look how this angel is flowing water or energy between these two cups. There's something about this thing that you do and your ability to understand which cup to fill, right? Where to place your focus so that you achieve these multiple objectives at the same time. It's coming through strong on your masculine side, and in fact, it is your masculine side that the world sees as who you are. A lot of strength, a lot of power here for what the world sees. You are at a master level where it comes to this work that you do. Now, the guidance here where your shadow is concerned is to practice this more. Taking this 30,000 foot view. There's something in taking this perspective, this elevated perspective, this more global perspective that will allow you to come forward where your heart is concerned, where your emotions are concerned, to show more of that, to take more action around your heart. It's beautiful. Let's pull a card of guidance for you, Leo. If this reading is resonating with you, please hit the like button so other people can see it. Consider subscribing to my channel. And if you are interested in a free personal tarot reading in July, leave a comment below. Let me know how this reading resonates, and I will pull names from the comments and announce the winner on July 18th, which is a Sunday. If you're interested in a reading right away, that's a lot of cards. Let's put these back and keep shuffling. There's just too many to choose. If you're interested in diving deeper into your personal situation, I am doing personal readings. That's better. That fucking makes sense. This is like the underworld. Yeah, you do some deep healing with people, don't you? Anyways, if you're interested in a personal reading, information is below in the description box. Let's read about that. 42. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 is the number of success and achievement. It's also the number of progression. There's something about your work. Maybe you work with people and moving from one phase of development to the next in ascension. I will say that the number 6 has shown up in almost every reading I've done. And it usually shows up here in the guidance card, which is curious. Rebirth. I said underworld, but it's really about rebirth. Fuck yes. Beautiful, Leo. Bat is the symbol of rebirth. Bat embraces the idea of shamanistic death. What are you up to? The ritual death of the healer is steeped in secrets and highly involved initiation rites. Shaman death is the symbolic death of the initiate to the old ways of life and personal identity. We talked a lot about personal identity. The initiation that brings the right to heal and to be called shaman is necessarily preceded by ritual death. Look at what's going on here. This is a ritual death for your feminine. These women chose to, together as a group, abandon their lives instead of submit to the patriarchy. Most of these rituals are brutally hard on the body, mind, and spirit. In light of today's standards, it can be very difficult to find a person who can take the abuse and come through it with their balance intact. The basic idea of ancient initiations was to break down all the former notions of self that were held by the shaman to be. This could entail brutal tests of physical strength and psychic ability, and having every emotional button pushed hard. Taunting and spitting on the initiate was common, and taught him or her to endure the duress with humility and fortitude. The final initiation step was to be buried in the earth for one day and to be reborn without the former ego in the morning. This ritual is very similar to the Night of Fear practiced by natives of the Turtle Island. In this ritual, the shaman-to-be is sent to a certain location to dig his or her grave and spend the night in the womb of Mother Earth, totally alone, with the mouth of the grave covered by a blanket. Darkness and the sounds of animals prowling quickly confront the initiate with his or her fears. I'd say. As the darkness of the grave has its place in this ritual, so does the Cave of Bat. Hanging upside down is a symbol for learning to transpose your former self into a newborn being. This is also the position that babies assume when they enter the world through the womb of woman. If Bat has appeared in your cards today, it symbolizes the need for a ritualistic death of some way of life that no longer suits your growth pattern. Your growth pattern, we talked about that. Development, moving from one phase of development to another, ascending, evolving. This can mean a time of letting go of old habits and of assuming the position in life that prepares you for rebirth, or in some cases, initiation. In every case, Bat signals rebirth of some part of yourself or the death of old patterns. If you resist your destiny, it can be a long, drawn-out, or painful death. The universe is always asking you to grow and become your future. To do so, you must die the shaman's death. Wow. So in addition to everything that we already talked about here, Leo, because the Six of Swords came up in the position of your shadow, along with the Knight of Cups. And this Ten of Swords on your feminine side. It could very well be that there is a need for you to die.
With all due respect, what the fuck are you talking about?
To your old identity. Die to your former ways, to those patterns that no longer serve you. Because in your shadow, there is a call for you to take this more global perspective in order to come forward in some new way, to take some new action around your heart, around your emotions, to become new emotionally. Wow. Leo, I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, hit the like button. Leave a comment below if you'd like to be entered into the drawing for a reading in July. And take good care. I'm wishing you the best in June.